All right. So, welcome to our team call. This is our post-summit call. I see a lot of faces on here that were at Summit, but I know a lot of you guys couldn't be there. It was amazing. It was honestly like one of the best summits that I've been to. This is my 4th summit, and there was just so many good takeaways, really awesome speakers this year, and I just felt like everything was super polished and like just good, because in years past, I mean, it's always good and it's always inspiring, but I feel like this year was better than ever, and they're just getting better at it every single year, and how they do the whole event. So if you were there, I'm sure you guys would agree it was amazing, and there's a lot of new stuff that is coming out for Beachbody, which is super exciting. So the first night of Summit, if you guys were there, is the opening ceremony, and that's when Carl Deichler and Jeff Hill and all the corporate people kind of get up there and they share all of the new things that are going on with the company that are going to be released soon. They talked about Shift Shop, obviously, because that just came out at Summit. And they talked about a lot of other cool stuff. So if you guys haven't heard, there's a new kids movie that just came out, and it's called Daily Sunshine. I think that's like the cutest name ever. But it's basically like a kid's version of Shakeology. And it gives them, like, I don't know about you guys, but like my daughter, I give her like half of a shake, like half of a Shakeology or a fourth of a Shakeology sometimes. She usually doesn't even drink the whole thing because it's just like too filling for her. And so this is like a kid's version. It's the perfect like size for them, and where they're still getting all the nutrients that they need and not just like half of the nutrients or a little bit of the nutrients. And then they have it in chocolate and in strawberry banana. So there's 2 flavors. It's also like, it's certified organic, it's certified gluten-free, it's certified, you guys probably have looked at all the certifications. There's all these different certifications that it has, which is just really like reassuring as a parent that you're giving your kid like literally the best thing ever. And then also there is a new workout coming out by Tony Horton called Double Time. That looks really cool. And it's really like, I'm going to post like a video of it in our team page so you guys can kind of look at it if you didn't see the like promo video for it at Summit. It's a really like interactive workout for kids and parents to do together. So it's kind of like the idea behind it is getting kids off the video games, off of the couch watching TV, and doing something interactive as a family, because we all get super busy. We all have so much stuff going on, and it's kind of like a bonding time for kids and parents to do together. And it just looks like a really, really cool program, very family friendly, family oriented, and awesome. So we're definitely going to want to share that in the coming weeks. Then we also have Clean Week, which is coming out. So all of you guys know we run all these like clean eating groups, like free challenges all the time. I've been doing it since the beginning of my business, where you run these free 7-day clean eating challenges or 5-day clean eating challenges. And so what Beachbody did is they heard that, all the coaches are doing this. We're coming up with all our own content. It's a lot of work for us. So they created a clean week. So it's a 7-day clean eating challenge, basically, that they've created. There's workouts that go along with it. Your customers can sign up for it. They do not have to enter their credit card information. It's all free. And they can literally just access everything just through basically signing up for a free account. And they'll get access to it for a week. So it's really awesome. And it's going to take a load off of y'all's plates with running these clean eating challenges and everything like that. And that was created by our newest super trainer, Megan Davies. If y'all haven't heard of her, she's the one that won the 20s competition to be the next Beachbody super trainer. And she's awesome. And then, as you guys know, we're going to the UK. So that's exciting. And that was kind of fun to hear more about. And then next year, Summit is going to be in Indianapolis. So buy your tickets now because they're cheaper now. And I'm really excited about that because it's a really cool city, really clean, lots of cool stuff to do. Everything is like really within walking distance. If y'all haven't been to Indianapolis, it's just a really nice city. So that should be really cool. Let's see. I think that's like the main things we have going on. Also, if you didn't know this yet, I did post about it on our team page. They're taking away the 10% discount to our Beachbody On Demand customers because we're not getting our full commission on that. So instead of getting our 25% commission when someone continues with their Beachbody On Demand or buys their next, gets their next order of Shakeology, we're only getting 15%. And so it's lowering our commissions as coaches, which can kind of be a little deflating because you're like, oh, I got this, great sale off of a challenge pack. And then the next month, instead of getting like a $30 commission off of your Shakeology, you're only getting like $17 or something like that. And so they're taking away that 10% discount. And so anyone who enrolls with like a BOD challenge pack or BOD will just have a normal, it'll be normal retail pricing, and we'll get a full 25% commission. So it's really helping us out in the idea of sales and all that type of stuff. So I think those are the major announcements that I can think of. If anybody else has one that I didn't mention, type it in the chat so we can kind of just address that. But basically what we're going to do on this call for the next 30 minutes or so, we're going to kind of cover not everything because you guys, there's way too much information that we learned. Like I have a full notebook of notes from Summit, but we're just going to share like maybe 2 or 3 of our biggest takeaways from Summit. We'll ask you guys that were at Summit if you have any major takeaways that, Natanya and I don't share on this call, to share yours. And then just share with you guys some new ideas that are going on. So Nat, did you want to share our first point from Summit? Are you there?
I'm here. Am I muted?
No, I unmuted you.
Still trying to, I was going to get on my phone really quick, but sorry guys, I'm really here. It's kind of creepy. But I have no idea why. I think it's time for a new computer, eh? Okay, so you want me to do 3 words?
Yeah, let's start with that.
Like 3 words. Okay. So Jackie, Melissa, and I earned a leadership training, and in that leadership training, we got Brendon Burchard all to ourselves, which was awesome. And he went over a few things that we wanted to share with you guys that really hit home for us, and we just wanted, obviously, to duplicate that for you. So one of the first things he went over and had us do, and chime in, Jackie, because I don't have all of the nitty-gritty notes here, but he had us do this exercise that we, hold on a second, okay. So pick 3 words. We had to stand up and we did this whole exercise, but for you guys, I just wanted you to take notes on this, is to pick 3 words of, I believe it was areas that we want to improve and the person we want to become. This is going to help us seek clarity, not only in ourselves, but our mission, for our business and our goals and our why. So think about your why. If you have a really strong why, or maybe you don't yet, think about why you're doing this, like long-term goal and your goals in general and your mission through this. And what are 3 words that are that you're going to think of, and they're the person that you want to become. Like if you want to become more confident, for example, and you're not a confident person right now at all, maybe that needs to be one of your words. And confidence for everybody is completely different. Like we all can say we're not confident, but we could all be because of different reasons or different areas. I don't even know like examples of, did he give examples for these, Jackie? Like, he told us his words, didn't he? I think influential was one of them.
It's just like any word that you like, who is the person you want to become? Like what adjectives describe that person? So
it's like affirmations pretty much. Like, not like lose 10 pounds. No, you don't want to become a loss of 10 pounds, right? You want to become, maybe financially free or successful in your own terms, whatever that means. Maybe that's going to look different for everybody. So 3 words, write those down. If you don't know what they are, that could be your first homework assignment. And then he has clients, you guys, like Oprah Winfrey, Usher. So he's working with people that he needs to help that are in the public eye, and he needs to help them with motivation and vision, right? Like you think, oh, Oprah, she's got it all down. She's got her vision, her mission. She's got confidence. No, she's human. She needs help too. And so what he has them do, and he knows these 3 words for all these people, and he has them set an alarm in their phone 3 times a day. So I would assume morning, afternoon, and evening, and each alarm is going to have, I don't know if it was, I didn't pay attention. I was writing so fast. I don't know if he mentioned this or not. I don't know if it's 1 word at each alarm or if it's all 3 at each alarm. And whenever that alarm goes off, you're supposed to think of that word, and you're supposed to refocus your mind and refocus your intentions. Like, am I doing things right now? Say one of your words was, being more intentional as a business owner, more intentional as a mother. And that word pops up, be intentional. And you're sitting on the couch eating Doritos, watching reruns of Friends. Are you being intentional right now? That's your gut check to get up and be intentional, because we often just forget, right? So think of your own 3 words and set an alarm in your phone 3 times a day to remind you of these words. And they can be anything. It could be you want to be more self-disciplined. You want to be more determined. You want to, hit a certain income figure. It could be anything, but it's who you want to describe it's like more characteristics. Okay. Don't think of like, I want to be a 5-star diamond by the end of the year. No, we're not talking Beachbody goals. We're talking about the human heart. Like, what do you want your heart to be like? What do you want to achieve as a person? Maybe more emotional, intelligent. Like that was a popular one that I saw when I kind of looked into this a little bit on my own. Is like emotional intelligence is a whole thing in itself. And it's a bunch of different things, but it's really important for leaders to have. And I educated myself on this. I'm like, oh, maybe I want that to be one of my words, right? I want to be somebody that understands other people and is aware of my own strengths and my own weaknesses, and I can call myself out. So whatever your weaknesses are that you want to improve, I wouldn't do 3 words that you think you're really good at right now. This is supposed to be something that you want to grow into. So if you're really good at self-discipline, I would probably pick something different. But yeah, I mean, there's no limit to this. Can you post this as a team homework? Driven. Can I post the homework?
Yeah, like how you're just going over the 3 different words on like 3 different alarms for like because that heck of people aren't actually going to watch the replay because that just happens.
We'll
you know what I mean?
They should. Shoot.
I know. Well, I know that.
I don't want to make it too easy now. No, I'm kidding. We will probably do little posts, like if we have homework assignments and all that, but they're probably not going to get it unless they watch this recording. So I'll probably point them into this direction. I mean, that's why we do these, or for you guys, to watch. But I will post about that. And I guess you can decide if you want to do all 3 words 3 times a day or 1 word each. I didn't get that part. I don't know if you did, Jackie, or not. He just said 3 alarms.
I think it's like a reminder to
think of the words.
Like if your words, I mean, literally like your words can be anything that you want to become. So you want to be a kinder person. You want to be a leader. You want to be more influential. You want to be more confident, like
more energy.
Yeah. Like it's just a reminder, like, and so you set your alarm and your alarm says like kind, energetic, confident, or something like that, whatever your 3 words are that you want to be. And it's just a reminder to you to be like, okay, what am I doing right now to become kinder? What am I doing right now in my day to become more confident? What am I doing? Like, it's just a reminder for you multiple times a day, because the biggest thing that we do is like we have these goals, we have these dreams, like we have all these things that we want to become, this person that we want to become, but we forget about it in the busyness of our day, in the transitions of our time, like going from one activity to the next is what he said, like you lose energy just going from one activity to the next. And I don't know about you guys, but usually by about 3:00 in the afternoon, my energy is like depleted and I'm like ready to move on to the next thing. And maybe the next thing is that I need to play with my kids, or that I need to make dinner, or like whatever it is. And I lose my energy, and maybe I'm not even doing the best job that I can at being a mom, or maybe my next activity is I need to invite people to my challenge group, but I'm not doing it with any energy or any confidence. So it's literally just a reminder to you all throughout the day to refocus your energy on those 3 words. Those 3 words are the person that you want to become. Does that kind of make sense?
Yeah.
And not just like flying through the day by the seat of your pants and not even thinking about like it's just being intentional, really, is what it's doing. It's making you be more intentional, because what you focus on, what you put energy into is what happens. Like, that's what happens in your life. If you put energy into something, that's going to come to fruition. And if you don't put energy into something consistently throughout every single day, it's not going to happen. So, like, one thing that I really liked he said was just, what was it called? Hold on, I have to look at my notes. He said, release your tension and set intention. And this is how you generate more energy throughout your day. So in between each activity, so like he described a guy who he would come home from work and he would come into the house immediately and he would still be in work mode. He couldn't get his mind off of work. And so he was not intentional with his family. He wasn't being a good father. He wasn't really being a good husband. But he taught this guy, okay, when you get home, sit in the car for 5 minutes and think about your words. Release your tension, like breathe in and out, multiple times, so that you can master the transition and just say like a positive affirmation. Okay, I'm going to go into the house and I'm going to be the most present, loving, caring father and husband that I can be, or, wife.
So those were like his 3 words pretty much.
Yeah. And then repeat your 3 words to yourself. And then you go into the house, you're present with your family, like you're refocused. You've got like
a different hat on. You're taking off the work hat and you're putting on the husband and dad hat, so to speak. And it's completely different hats, like you can't multitask mom mode with business building leadership mode, because like Jackie said, you're not focusing, and like being multitasking, he said, you're a lot less productive. Even if you think you're being more productive, we really aren't. And that's kind of maybe why we have burnout as coaches, because we try to do it all the time. We got our phone in our hand. We're doing voice memos as we're driving, or maybe some people naughty or going live while they're driving, things like that. Like, no, we just need to stop that and carve out time for our work time and our family time and be the most present and intentional. Go on airplane mode if you're with your family. Take photos. You can post them later, And like Jackie said, he said, release tension, set intention, because we have that tension that carries from mom mode over to business mode, and then from business mode back over to mom mode, because we're always thinking about what we have to do on our to-do list, but we're in the moment of like changing a poopy diaper or calming down a toddler temper tantrum, but all we're thinking about is a sneak peek coming up. Like, we're not focused, right? So he says, have more energy and intention. And he said it's necessary for us to do well in these 3 words. So whatever 3 words you come up with, you have to tell yourself, it's absolutely necessary for me to do well here. So that might help you think of your 3 words. But he also went into, I don't know, hold on a second. Disconnect from reminding my handwriting is so horrible. I was writing so fast in his seminar. I had so much good stuff. Disconnect from reminding yourself, every day, of why you must do well. But he was really huge on you guys. Like, he even teared up a couple times of like, you have to keep reminding yourself, and your 3 words have to come back to remind you, who are you fighting for? Like, why are you fighting for this person or this goal? For me, it's my family. It's my children. And like, I will start crying if I talk about it too much. That's how deep of your why and your connection should be. So why are you here? Why are you fighting? Why are you showing up to these calls? Why are you pushing for Success Club? Why are you pushing to grow your business? Who is it for? Is it for yourself? Is it for your husband, your mom, your dad, your children? Be very clear on that. And then what is going to get you to get to that goal? Whatever that goal is, and that's who you need to become, and that's your 3 words. You need to be more self-disciplined. You need to be more intentional. What do you need to become to be that successful person? Because it's not going to be who you are today. I'll tell you that right now. New level, new devil, right? Every level we grow, we have new challenges and we have to grow and we have to fight and we have to push. You're never done. Oprah, wouldn't you say Oprah's successful? Why is she hiring Brendon to be her motivational coach? She needs it. We all need it. We always need it. New level. We still have to grow, you guys. You're never done. Your 3 words might change over time. Maybe you do become confident or you become really good at self-discipline or whatever, and you pick a new word. That's cool. That's called self-growth, and that's success in my opinion. But like, if you really do want to become a healthier person, don't put a weight loss goal. Like, I need to lose 10 pounds, and you have that remind you every single day on your phone 3 times a day. That will drive you crazy. Just remind yourself to make healthy choices or to be product of their product, right? Because that's a workout plus clean eating. So being healthier overall and like getting rid of your vices or bad habits or whatever, just make sure it's something that's going to grow you on a general level, not so specific, business goals or weight loss goals. That's just what he kind of, he didn't hound that in, but he made that very clear. It needs to be who you want to become as a person. So I will post about that in the team page as well for who's not on here. But I think that was a really great thing just for mindset clarity. We're all going to have different words. It's all going to mean something different to us, but it's going to keep us re-energized and refocused on our goal 3 times a day, you guys. That's amazing. I would think about this maybe once a month if I'd never heard about that. I'd be like, yeah, I try to set my goals every month, and every month I sit down, okay, I'm going to be intentional this month. I'm going to do this month. And then the month goes on and then you get burnout, overwhelmed, right? But if I'm reminding myself of this 3 times a day, woo, I'm excited. That's all I gotta say. I'm excited for some change, for some growth. So if you guys want to share your words as we're chatting, feel free. I think Sarah shared hers. She said fit, free, and driven. My only thing is, what does free mean, Sarah? Is that financially free, time, freedom? Just make sure it's very clear for you. Okay, moving on. If you guys don't have any
just
questions.
One other thing that goes along with that, he also gave us a number that you can text, and let me find the number, and you can actually rate yourself on a scale. Basically, It's like a test where you can kind of see where you stand in these different categories. So the number, if you guys want to write this down, is 818-492-1802, and just text Beachbody to that number, and you'll get like the information to take the test or whatever. And basically he's gonna help you figure out, where do you stand in your clarity level, where do you stand in the energy, the necessity. I think I'm trying to see all the different categories: productivity, influence, and courage. Those were all the categories. So anyways, you're going to be able to take a test and see kind of like, where do you rank in those different categories? Where do you need to improve? And then we'll also post this in the team page as a challenge as well. But he just said, like, make it a consistent thing where you rate yourself in those categories on a scale from 1 to 10. So what is your courage level at? What is your clarity level at? What is your necessity level at? And like, just constantly challenging yourself to get to up your number by 1 or 2, every month or every couple months.
Why you have to text Beachbody though, it's really cool, is because he's comparing your numbers to everybody else in the network, and he's going to give you back kind of, I believe he gives you your individual numbers, and then they will email you later on. Like if you were at Summit, he told us to do it and tell our teams to do it. They'll give an overall percentage, like where you rank within the company. And he did this. We got this email weeks ago before Summit even started, and us leaders had to take the test. So when we got there, he went over our individual numbers as leaders, and he kind of, handed it to us, which was great. Like, I love that type of constructive criticism. But everybody that earned that leadership seminar is in the top 25% of the company. And so that was really interesting, just in their numbers alone. And then he had everybody like in general session. So 20,000 coaches, I don't know if they all do it as well. And he just gave us some like percentages of these numbers. And they're a really big deal, because there's a really strong correlation between your numbers and what your success is. And then because of that, you can really gauge where you need to grow. Like, this is why I'm stuck, or this is why I'm not growing. Focus on those categories and really try to grow yourself as an individual and as a leader, and really take it to heart, because he knows his stuff, you guys. This is pretty awesome stuff, and it's really not that complicated or that scary. It's just little things that you can do, and the survey will kind of give you an idea about that as you're answering the questions and stuff. So Leanne said, leader, energetic, and present. I love that. And against the 2 leaders. Oh yeah, against the top leaders in the biz. Yeah, you get a percentage against that too. So against the room we were in, pretty much, the top 25%, and I'll tell you where you rank. So moving on. So I'll touch on this one really quick. Another thing that he suggested, and he was pretty, he was like, I don't know why you guys aren't doing this. I think this came out under one of the numbers that he was kind of giving us constructive criticism on, is challenging our team, challenging you guys as coaches, but even our challengers, and not really being super passive. So challenging them means you love them, giving them like, okay, I see you're here, but I want you up here. And what can I do to challenge you to get there? Because a lot of times people won't run or won't hustle or won't maximize their potential unless they're challenged or unless they're tested. Like, unless Jackie or I reach out to you and be like, okay, let's see you do this. Can you do it? And then they push. So for you guys, don't be afraid to reach out to your coaches. And my suggestion, of course, always ask them their goals. If they don't want to grow their team, they don't want to grow their income, you're not going to challenge them, right? So make sure you understand where your coaches are at. And then the ones that do want to grow, don't be afraid to challenge them. It doesn't have to be something intimidating or super scary, but don't be afraid to reach out and coach them. Clients as well, like, call them out. Are they really sticking to the meal plan? Are they logging the workouts for like 3 days in a row? I'll be like, hey, I want to see you log a workout every single day for us this week, okay? How you doing over there? Have you just forgotten to log your workouts, or are you falling off track? Because I'm here to help you. So make sure you guys challenge. It doesn't have to be rude or mean or pushy or negative. It's to help them grow. And if your coach reaches out to you to help challenge you, just communicate. I don't grow best this way, or I don't work best this way. And then they'll be like, okay, how can I challenge you in a way to help you grow that you're comfortable with? And have that conversation. It doesn't have to be awkward. It doesn't have to be uncomfortable. That's just good communication. But that's our job, is to challenge your coaches. So if you're not challenging your coaches to grow, are you checking it? Well, you don't have to be the one to check in with them, but make sure they have skin in the game. Make them check in with you. And if they don't give them your time and your energy, because they're not giving you theirs. It's not up to you guys to make them successful. It's up to themselves. Okay. So I have the screenshot of it, Jackie, on my phone, the slide. I can always post that too.
Yeah.
The page of the number. But that was just something he encouraged us to do, was challenge our coaches. And I feel like we sometimes need permission to do that. So I just wanted to remind you guys, I give you all permission to challenge yourselves, challenge your coaches, your challengers, in a respectful way with their goals in mind, not your goals. Barbie talked about goals with soul, and, really make sure your challengers and your coaches have goals that mean something to them, and then just challenge them in ways to get them to reach that goal, to get there. And if you need help or you need suggestions, reach out to your upline and be like, how do I challenge my coach to do this or that without being pushy or shovey, whatever. But as long as you're not demanding things, you can't go wrong. But it's kind of like with children, like disciplining your children isn't necessarily the easiest thing to do, but it's necessary. And in the long run, they'll thank you for it, right? It's kind of the same thing with your coaches. Like, you don't really want to, challenging and discipline are kind of different things, but we feel like since we're all our own CEOs, you kind of let people just do their own thing. Just checking in and letting them know that you're there and that you're supporting them when you want to push them to a higher level means the world, I feel like. So don't be afraid. Make that another action item. Check in with all your business builders and challenge them something this week. Challenge them to do the vitals every single day this week. Something like that. Don't be afraid to do that. That's your job.
In the team page, I posted that win the week. I don't know if you guys saw that, but I thought that was really cool. And that's what, I think it was Melissa McAllister.
Yeah, it was Melissa McAllister. That's how she onboards new coaches. She signs up new coaches and she gives them that checklist.
Yeah. And so basically it's just helping you guys, like, because after one day, like if you miss like a whole day of work, you know,
right,
you get kind of discouraged. You're like, dang it, I'm a whole day behind. But if you have a week and say you have like a solid 2 hours to work, like on Saturday morning or something like that, or Friday or Thursday night, I don't know, maybe tonight, you can knock out all of your stuff in a week or in 2 hours that you could, like if you were doing just a tiny bit every day. But if you have that whole like week long like checklist or whatever, it's so much easier, at least for me, because like especially with little ones, I don't have the same amount of time to work every single day. So I know I get frustrated because I'm like, gosh, I don't have any time to work today. But tomorrow she might take a 2-hour nap and I'll have all this extra time, so I can knock out a whole week's worth of work from that tracker. So I think it was really cool. It's really helpful. And it just helps you focus on the right thing, which is basically your vitals. Making sure you're, you know, getting healthy meals, you're drinking your shake every single day, you're working out, your invites, bringing on a new coach, and Success Club points. I think that was like kind of the bulk of it. You guys can go and look at it yourselves, but I just think that's really cool and something we should definitely make sure that we're sharing with all our new coaches and be like, hey, if you do this, if you focus on this as a brand new coach, this is what's going to help you take it to the next level. You don't have to do everything in one day, but if you can do this in a week's worth of time, then like that's going to help you grow. And it's just really simplified, which I like too. Do you want to talk about the social media stuff now, Nat? I don't know if you can hear me. So the next thing,
sorry. I tried to join from my phone, but it wasn't working. I don't know if you guys saw me or not. Okay. So do you want me to do social media?
Yeah, let's go ahead and start that. And then we can open it up if anybody else wants to like share like a takeaway.
Okay. So this is one of the most mind-blowing things I think we learned. Of course, it came from one of our favorite gals on earth, Charlene Johnson, talk about social media. And we're probably going to do a whole entire team call just on this. So don't feel like if you're missing information here or there, you have a lot of questions, we're going to cover it all. This is just kind of a sneak peek. There's so much information we got from Summit that we probably have like 2 months worth of team calls. So lots of stuff coming at you, but we had to at least mention this so you are aware of it. But previously to Summit, I'll just say that a lot of the trainings were on social media, were on branding yourself, right? Brand me, brand me, brand me, which is great. You want to brand yourself, but also what kind of got mixed in was me as a coach, me as a coach, me as a coach. I'm doing 21 Day Fix, join me. I'm drinking Shakeology, join me, right? Because Shakeology and 21 Day Fix are your brand because you're a rep for Beachbody, right? Wrong. She pretty much said, you don't work for Beachbody, you work for yourself. Take out all those names, right? Take out 21 Day Fix, take out Shakeology, and explain what you're representing. You want to put the focus back on you and building your brand fully, not you through Beachbody. And what she calls this is curiosity marketing. And if you were there, you guys heard about this. And if you followed me, and I believe Jackie has done this for a while as well, we have done this. And I've actually had a lot of coaches comment on my posts asking me what workout I'm doing because I don't blatantly say I'm doing, Insanity Max 30. I explain my products. And what does that do? It creates curiosity where people are like, what the heck is she talking about? This 30-minute HIIT cardio. What is she doing? And I'm doing Shanti's Insanity Max 30, right? Explain what it is. When I did, what's it called? Core de Force. I forget the names of our programs because I don't say them enough, obviously. But Core de Force, I explain it's my mixed martial arts, MMA, type style, kickboxing, cardio workout. I explain it like that. And people are like, what the heck is she doing? Or I explain my superfood shake is like, 5 salads but tastes like chocolate, or my morning crack is my Energize, or my liquid gold or mommy mojo juice or whatever you want to call it. Come up with something fun, creative, different. Something different than all these other coaches are hollering at the top of their lungs. Shift Shop, join my Shift Shop group. Okay, people are going to go Google Shift Shop on their own and see where they can get it on eBay, on Amazon. They're going to get the best deal. But if they see you slaying it, kicking butt, sweating your butt off, loving it, talking about it, enjoying it, sharing results, but not mentioning the name, they're going to be like, yo, 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 what are you doing? What is this? They're going to message you. They're not going to be creeping on your page and then go find it on eBay. They're going to be creeping on your page and they're going to be like, okay, girl, I've been watching you for like 8 years now. What are you doing? Right? It's always a long time. So don't get discouraged. Keep posting, keep sharing, but create curiosity. I don't know if you've ever followed Chalene on like Snapchat or Insta stories, but she does this all the time and it drives me absolutely crazy, but it freaking works. She'll be like, oh my gosh, you guys, I got this great new lipstick. I love it because it's not sticky. It's very smooth and it lasts really long. Anyway, so I went to my son's football game this weekend and it was a great time. And you're like, whoa, 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 let's go back to this lipstick you were just talking about. She doesn't name drop the name. She just shares what she likes about it. She likes that it's not sticky. She likes that it lasts a long time. It doesn't feel like lipstick. It feels more like lip gloss. And you're just like, okay, that's something that I might like. And then she totally changes the subject and doesn't even address it. And she gets 5,000 million probably messages about, okay, what's the lipstick you mentioned? Right? So why don't we do that about our products? Explain them, share them. Why do you like Shift Shop? Why are you liking it right now? Is it fun because it's kind of a different style workout than what you're used to? Maybe you did country heat and you were dancing. Now you're doing more athletic agility type stuff. Maybe you've never been good at sports. You've never been an athlete, but this kind of gives you that sneak. Oh my gosh, hold on a second, you guys. She has the iPad on like full blast. Hold on. Too loud, sweetie. There you go.
So you're basically just like leaking out
if you go out there
details of the program without actually saying this is Shift Shop. This I'm doing PiYo. Like you don't have to share that you're drinking Shakeology. You're drinking your amazing superfood shake. Like it's just about creating curiosity, and instead of like getting people, like letting people know, hey everybody, I'm a Beachbody coach, and hashtagging Beachbody and taking a picture, a selfie with your Shakeology. Just guys, don't ever do that again.
Yeah, no kissing your shaker
we're all
cup.
guilty of doing that at one point. Don't kiss your Shakeology shaker cup. Don't take a selfie with your shake.
Yeah.
Just don't. Create curiosity around what you're doing. I have this amazing, delicious superfood shake. It tastes like a Wendy's Frosty. Oh my gosh, it's so good. And I took it to my daughter's soccer game tonight and she scored a goal. Like talk about something different.
Yeah.
But just like leak out little tidbits of information. Yes. And the reason why this is so important now is because everybody is doing the same thing online.
Yes. They're branding Beachbody.
The same stuff online. How could you ever stand out?
But hold on a second. Let's go back
in the market of health coaches and Beachbody coaches and I don't know, like Advocare reps and all these other like MLMers and all, like, you know what I'm saying? Like there's just
right. Well, like your example, Jackie, I don't know if you guys caught that. She said, I was drinking my superfood shake and I'm at my daughter's soccer game. What did she just do there? She's shared something and then she went into her tribe. She's a mom. She's a soccer mom, or maybe eventually a soccer mom. But you know what I'm saying? She's shifting the focus. It's not just a post about Shakeology. It's more than that. You're sharing, like Micah Folsom talked about this, I believe at one of our trainings. I might get this completely wrong, but she was like, if you weave in your vital behaviors in a part of your day, it won't seem so much like work. Like drinking your shake is just your breakfast. It's part of your day, but it's also part of your job. Getting your workout in the morning is part of your day, but it's also part of your job. When you do that, you don't feel like you have to like work, so to speak, because it's just your life. Same with what Jackie did with the Shakeology example. You're sharing part of your life and your shake is just weaved in there and you're not name dropping everything, because if you name drop Energize or Shakeology or the workouts, they're going to go search somewhere else. So they're going to go look it up and answer their own questions, but go, that's too expensive. And they don't even know about the challenge pack option, or they don't even know what you have to offer as a coach. So she got permission, obviously, from Beachbody to speak on this and be like, branch yourself away from Beachbody. We're still get paid to use the products and review them and share them, but it's just in a different way, because what I want you guys to do is kind of scroll your Facebook and see what the very common posts are like and do something different. Be outside the box. Be that person in your prospects newsfeed that stands out, not the kisser, shaker, cupper person, but maybe, you know, you go outside and take a picture. You can still post pictures of your shake. I don't say that is wrong, but it's not the best way, in my opinion, to share it, especially if you're name dropping it. But just be creative. You know, maybe you're driving in your car and you share about how busy of a commute you have, because that's your real life. Maybe you're speaking to a tribe that has a commute that they dread, you know, and they don't have time for a healthy breakfast in the morning. So pop in your healthy nutrition shake and you get to drink it on the go. Things like that, that it's not just Beachbody. It's, you know, it's you as a brand. And if you're not a mom and momming isn't your brand, that's fine. Whatever your brand is. And same with your workouts. Post your accountability, but just don't name drop. You can always go to the back office, and under the program guides, it explains the programs, you guys. It explains exactly what every program is. Use that as your, if you don't know how to explain the workouts, use that as a tool to start using in your terminology. So it's just a way to have people reach out to you, and it's almost like doubling your return. Because right now you guys are posting and you're reaching out to people, and attraction marketing is the goal. But attraction marketing isn't the end all be all. It's just a little piece of the puzzle, because you're still using attraction marketing with curiosity marketing, but people are being drawn to you to ask you questions. And you always, you know, when you like the call to action at the end of posts where you say comment below or send me a message, a lot of people won't comment below or send you a message unless you tell them to. Like, they want to be told what to do. So when you could make a post and be like, if you would like more information on my next group, comment below or whatever, because a lot of people won't reach out. But if you keep doing that curiosity over time, they're going to have so much curiosity. They don't care if you tell them to do it or not. They're just going to message you and be like, okay, what is it you're doing? What are you drinking? Your hair, skin, and nails are beautiful. You know, if you're postpartum, all that hair loss, you know, you can talk about how Shakeology has helped you. It has biotin in it. You know, it has proteins in it. Things like that are real life. Don't just talk about how it tastes like chocolate all the time. Actually share the benefits. You know, maybe you don't have the same benefits as some other people, but like, you know, we have people on our team. Sarah, for example, is on the call, who's, you know, reverse type 2 diabetes. Share her story. But like, people on my team are, you know, getting off their type 2 meds from this. That's one post. Another post could be, you know, if you have, you know, no, you're fine, honey. Irritable bowel syndrome. I know Shakeology helps those people tremendously. The vegan, share about that. The weight loss, the cholesterol. There's so many stories you guys can share. Each post, breadcrumb, a fact, breadcrumb, a success story from one of our coaches. And don't name drop. And after time, people are going to relate to the facts, to the success, to the pictures, whatever. And they're going to be like, what the freak is she drinking? You know? And then they're going to want to reach out to you. So like I said, a whole team call can come on that. But think about ways how you can make people scratch their head and be like, what the heck is she doing? It's like dating. Don't give away the goods, you guys, right? Keep them wanting, coming back. Play hard to get, in a sense. And try to figure out ways. Well, what do you want, sweetie? Yeah, you have it. Create ways to what was I trying to say? Mom brain. Create ways to have them wanting more information or trying to figure out what the heck you're up to. Like the Daily Sunshine is a perfect example because it's a brand new product. No one's heard of Daily Sunshine, you guys. You're going to post about Daily Sunshine. They're going to be like, what kind of happy cracker are you on now? You know, like they're not going to understand. Explain it. Little by little, don't vomit. You know, one post could be the fact that it could be a snack for you. Another post that it's mom approved, toddler approved. Another post could be, you know, the nutritional value in it. Like I haven't even posted about it yet because I'm just so not overwhelmed, but I'm just trying to like all these notes and all these ideas. I just don't want to like vomit all over Facebook. So I'm almost like, I'd rather go more slow than not too fast and like freak everybody out like I'm some kind of a weirdo. But I'm just trying to wrap my head around all this too. Take your time, plan it out. Just brain dump your ideas of posts and only do 1 or 2 facts or something per post. And just get all those ideas down, and you'll have tons of different ways you can share this. and a plan to work from.
And along with that, I guarantee you guys, you're going to start signing more coaches if you do this. Because I don't know about you guys, but if I saw someone like constantly posting about Beachbody and constantly posting about their shake and how obsessed they are with it and constantly posting about like just the company, that's like a turn off.
Right. Because you think you have to do that too. Like I had a coach recently be like, do I have to do all this like posting stuff? And I'm like, well, you have to share your story. Right. You know, and and that's Shakeology, and working out should be part of your story, but we don't have to be these billboards, you guys. We're not paid to do that. We're paid to grow our brand, our business. Be the CEO of you. And what kind of tribe do you want to build? Who do you want to attract? Do you want business builders, or do you want the people that are afraid to be salesy because they really are being salesy because they're posting the kissy cuppy shaker pictures and, you know, they're holding up the workouts in their photo, or they're putting the stock photos of the challenge packs up. They're posting their link. No, that's no curiosity. That's giving away the goods, whether they want to go through you or not. So yeah, it's going to be a complete business shifter, I think.
Like I always try to think about like, this sounds really bad, but like the It Works people are a big
Yes, thank you.
Whatever those people are doing, do the opposite. Do the opposite, because
exactly.
I don't know about you, but whenever I see those posts, I'm like, oh God. Like,
or another,
like cringe. I'm like,
another really good thing,
post stuff like this.
Yeah, to do, and I know it's not really a good thing to follow other coaches really close because you can have the comparison game come in. But what I like to do is check in on the top 10 every now and then, because you obviously know they're doing the tasks to be in the top 10, which they're selling challenge packs, they're signing coaches, and their coaches are being successful as well. So I peep their Instagram pages and their Facebook pages from time to time. And I guarantee you guys, I go to Amy Silverman's, Instagram, Raina Odell, Bonnie Engel, Melanie Mitch, they're not even showing product half the time. Maybe once in every 3 thumb scrolls, they have maybe something Beachbody, maybe, but it's all them. Amy Silverman has her booty up in almost every photo. She's in her little bikini and she's on the beach and she's all like, woo, wild and free. She doesn't even have every once in a while she has a workout, but she's branding herself. She's I think a 3-time top 10 now. It's insane, so take a clue from the top 10 and not duplicate their exact photos, but duplicate it in your own brand, right? Because we're not going to ever fit in their box. We're never going to be like them. Just take little clues. Success leaves clues. So go peep the top 10. That's what I like to do, because I know that's, who's producing results in the company and they're kind of keeping up with the times, so to speak. And then just take a hint and go duplicate that yourself in your own way. But the more curious, the better. So how can you make your prospects scratch their head? How can you make them want to reach out for more information? That's pretty much bottom line, and there will be more. And really quickly, her little tips were borrowed words are for the birds. So if you're borrowing other people's words, they're not going to work for you. Melissa McAllister even talked about this in the, I believe it was Melissa, in the leadership training. She said she copied everything of like Bonnie Ingalls or something, her training, or maybe it was Melanie. And it didn't work for her as well because it wasn't her own words. So it doesn't matter if it's the number 1 coach, the number 3 coach. If it's not your words, they're not going to work. So say you find a post by Raina Odell that you love. It is so your tribe. Okay, recreate it, but make it your own. Take the idea, but use your own words. Obviously, use your own photo. Make it more you, and then that would work. But just you're using them as inspiration, you guys. Never copy and paste anything. I saw a post by Ashley Turner the other day, and I copied it and I made it my own and I posted it. Okay. Never just full out copy paste, unless you're okay with it failing, because it probably will. The second one is don't tell me you're about to sell me. And that's just a point that people kind of know a sale's coming on because they see your Beachbody posts all up and down their newsfeed, right? Like Jackie was saying, you see all these posts and you kind of like, you're uninterested. So when you're posting your brand and the products you like to use, and you're explaining the products you like to use and why you like Energize, why you like Shakeology, why you like Daily Sunshine, without using the names, that's going to create more interest, and they're going to ask you for info, and that's not you selling them. That's them reaching out to you. And then the last one was likes wear thin, questions what win. And this kind of goes into another topic of engagement posts, which I don't know if we're going to jump on today or not, but we can dive into that next. But you don't want to do posts for likes, you guys. And this was another great thing by Charlene and Christine Dwyer in the leadership conference. They both talked about this. Engagement posts really don't do much. Christine shared a post, I believe had 5 million shares or something, and a bazillion literally likes and comments, and she didn't get one turnover from it because it was advertising to a quick fix market instead of hard work, which is what our company stands for. And it was a lot of engagement posts, and a lot of posts we're doing are just for likes and for comments to boost the affinity, which is fine for affinity. But if you're looking for sales and closure and decent coaches, this is not the way to do it. So Charlene's thing was likes were thin. They're not going to get you very far. Questions are what win, which goes back to that curiosity marketing. Because when you post about mystery drink, mystery workout, they're going to ask you questions. They're going to reach out to you and be like, what is this you're doing? Tell me more about this. And those questions are what hook them, right? They're hooked because they took time out of their day to message you to learn more. Now you just go from there and you ask questions. What are your goals? What are you looking to achieve? How can I help you? What are your desired outcomes? How fit are you right now? Are you doing a program? What's your fitness level? How is your nutrition? Yada, yada, yada. Ask questions. Get to know everything about them. That's ammo. Because when they give you an objection, you remind them of their goals. Oh, so do you really want to lose 10 pounds by, Tiffany's wedding date? Do you really want to do this? Is this important to you? Because this is the answer. This is long-term. This isn't a quick fix where you're going to get, bloat or gain it all back the next day type thing. And then that helps them understand full circle of your curiosity posts, right? Like it's not going to be quick fix because you're still doing it. And it's all just kind of this, big piece or big full picture of sharing what we're doing, obviously product to product, creating that curiosity. They come at you with questions. You answer their questions by getting to know the answer to questions of their goals. So it's all about them. You're putting the focus on them, not about what you got to offer. If they ask you at product, I don't want you ever to be like, 21 day fix. You want it? No. Raina Odell says, I ignore every single question that comes my way until I get the answers to my questions. And what are her questions? What are your goals? What do you want to achieve? What's your fitness level? And she gets to know her clients. So then when they give her an objection, or when she finally gets to recommend a product, she can maybe recommend a different product. Be like, I know you're asking me about this product, but I actually would recommend this one. Okay, that's your job, is to ask questions. So when you get questions coming in, you know you're doing something right. And then you just want to make sure you continue that and ask them questions and never give more information than they ask, which is another big lesson because we often vomit things and then we overshare and scare them and they go running for the hills and they go to eBay, So like I said, it all kind of a full circle thing. So those were her 3 things. And she recommended we spy on your guys' social media and offer tips for improvements and stuff. And, if you guys want that, be sure to, comment in the thread here if you would like to be critiqued, or if you, reach up to your upline if you have questions. That's something I think we need to crack down on as well, and just offer tips and not be afraid to offend people. But if we don't do it, it's more harmful to your guys' success than if we do give you constructive criticism. And it's all out of love. It's all out of growth and for you guys, to do better. So sometimes we just need a gut check. Same with me, no one's posts are ever perfect. I think people overthink their posts like, oh, is this perfect? Is this good? You never know till you try. As long as you're not doing these things that we're going over, vomiting Beachbody and product names and being that salesy type person, you just never know until you try, because all of our brands are a little different. So if anybody want any questions, please comment in the chat or unmute. I think we covered everything. I didn't even go into the engagement post. Did you want me to do that really quick, Jackie, or?
No, I have to get off in a couple minutes, but
okay.
So we'll do another call on that. That's like a
whole
topic.
In short, let's lay off the engagement posts for a while, guys. In short, it's like likes, we're not doing anything for likes. We're doing things to build relationships. So that's another training that's coming soon. But Yeah,
Anybody
lots
else
of.
anything that like a takeaway that they really liked about Summit? Like,
Yeah, there's a few of you on here that were there. Who wants to share something? Alyssa, Erin, Kelly. Who else is there? Leanne, Courtney. Anybody? I think, is Kelly talking, but she's muted?
Oh.
I don't know. No. Oh, maybe she's not. I don't know.
I'm
Leanne,
talking to my son, but I will just chime in. I think the biggest takeaway was actually what you just spoke on, which was the curiosity marketing, which I think we can take on so many levels. And I think that was like my